What is going on, guys? Today we got a brand new video. One of one. Today we are going to be tackling custom speakers in the Mazda 3. We're going to be hitting them off in the AC vents of this corner and the other corner on the passenger side. So normally you have these bad boys, and this is where you get fed the interior heat, but this is the winter beater, so I barely am using the heat or any AC coming through the vent, and I'm always using it going up to the window heater. So this is pretty much useless, and if I ever do need it, I do have the inside ones there, but I do find, honestly, like the window heaters warm the car more than the AC, because yeah, anyway, so today we're going to be tackling doing a custom install on mounting these in here, wiring them up, and having them looking mint. These are like really old Clarion speakers from like the 90s, and it's like a 20 watt continuous, so they're gonna sound like ass. I'll probably upgrade them in the future, but the plan is just to kind of do this and kind of get an idea if I really like it or not. So the whole idea is I couldn't find any wiring from the front door, so we're going to be wiring from the back door. We're going to connect to the back speaker, run it through, bring it up. We're going to melt a hole inside here to feed the wires in, and then we're going to silicone this into place. And this obviously is an ugly speaker, so one day, not today, I will make a custom mesh kind of cover so that this is covered, and then obviously then I will replace this when I feel like it. If it's cool and suits my needs. It's probably gonna sound like ass, but probably give it more of a surround sound will be kind of cool. So without further ado, let's go and get straight into this. It's gonna be super straightforward, I think. If you guys want to do this install yourself and you think it's kind of interesting, these are 3.5, 3 inch. Is that 3 inch? That's about 3 inches. Okay, so this is a 3.5 inch speaker. Yeah, it says right there, 9 centimeter, and this will fit perfectly in your AC mount, just right here. Like it literally fits perfect. So obviously I'm gonna have to bend and cut these little tabs off, and then it should be good. And then still a little cone around the edge, and it's gonna look good. So without further ado, again, let's get straight into this. I got some basic wire. You're gonna need some connections here, which I have, which is good. I'm gonna be using vampire clip and wire strippers. So let's go ahead. Kind of going by not testing this at all, to be honest. I don't know if these are gonna work, and I don't know if I'm gonna have the right wires. So if we come into the back door, I have to like I said, I tried the front door, but I couldn't find where it comes through into the body. So I color coded the wires that come off the speakers, which is the purple and white, and then the gray and white, and then I followed it into the door. I took this interior paneling off in here, and in this interior paneling I could see that it comes out, and it's kind of hard to see on the other side, there's a gray and white and a pink and white, and I know that's my speaker wiring, which it probably connects into one whole thing, and it either goes to the other back speaker or it goes to the front. I'm not sure how this whole audio system's wired, so that's why I'm doing it this way. There's probably a lot easier way to do this, like tapping off your main deck, but I honestly have no clue how to even deal with that. I couldn't find anything online, so we're gonna be tapping into this all the way up here, all the way through here, and then I'm gonna take a mini solder gun and burn a hole into the vent, and then it will be on the bottom. It'll burn a hole in, which we can run the wires up, connect them to the speaker, silicone, and call it a day. Out here, there is a gray and white wire that says right here, and a purple and white, and I'm going to be tapping those. So we need to access this wire, this one, and this one. These are the two. So what we're gonna do is run 2 wires off of them. We're gonna splice the first wire, do my old twisty method, and then we're gonna grab a vampire tap and splice. Then we're gonna take one of these. These are the problem with factory wiring is they do this really good. So trying to put stuff together is like real difficult. So now that I've clamped that one down, I'm gonna go ahead and feed the wire up, gauge it, and see how long it has to be. So I've made both tapping connections, one on that wire and one on the other wire, and now I have 2 extensions going, which means now the next step that I need to pursue is to melt my hole into this vent. So when I take this down, I can see right in here that there's a hole that goes through, and I believe that should be, if I melt it in the right spot, it should be good. Now what I'm going to use to melt is a soldering gun. I always use this to do like melt plastic together and stuff like that. This thing's mint. It's got a great tip to it, so I can just literally just go. I did this with the 323 when I mounted the tachometer, so I'm gonna let this warm up and then I'm gonna try and see if I can burn a hole right into it and possibly catch a fire, but let's go for it. And we are through. Yeah, it's a pretty big hole. Take a look in here. You guys can see that hole right there has gone through. So now is the fun part. Now I gotta fish all these wires, organize it, and get them into the vent. All right guys, so I've run the wires through and I have them connected. I just did a test and holy shoot, it's crazy. So when you have, because with the Mazda 3s you have the 4-door speakers and that's all you have in these bad boys, you don't have tweeters. This is almost like a tweeter up in the corner here, except this actually plays like loud music, so it sounds like you're getting 360 surround sound experience instead of just a dull sound from the bottom speakers. They actually don't sound too bad for 90 speakers, and I'm quite impressed. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these all put together, silicone these in, and then we can try, or we can test out the first one here. But first I gotta finish hiding the wires, do all the wiring here, putting these together, and then we'll get it all sorted out here. So I was dumb enough not to bring my Dremel attachments when I moved, so I'm sitting here literally just hand sanding away the rest of these remaining tabs. If you have a Dremel, use your sanding attachments and get rid of that. I don't know why I didn't bring them. I just figured I didn't need them, but yeah, I'm stuck doing this. So once we're done that, then we should be able to put this in. Having a minor fitment issue because of the wires in the back. It was a bit more squished, then it would fit a little better. So it's gonna be sticking out just a little bit. That's how it's gonna be sitting. So the back's gonna kind of come up, and it's not gonna be like 100% sealed. But what I'm gonna try and do here is, I'm not entirely sure where I wanna seal, so this is gonna be the fun part. Oh, this is gonna be such a mess, dude. Gonna plug these back in. Here we go. And that's how it's gonna be. I'm gonna let that sit there and hopefully it kinda seals. I'm gonna let that side dry up. I made an absolute mess, but that's kind of what we're going for here, okay? This is not my final product. I'm definitely gonna do this with another set of speakers one day, but this is how I want it to look. So now that we have the hole in there, see right in there, I put it right there. And so now I am good to have my wires run up. I'm gonna go ahead and take this piece off and then run the wires up, and should be able to do the same thing. Silicone all over me, silicone everywhere. It's gonna not fit as nicely as the other one is. Put it in and hold it for a little bit. This one didn't fit as nicely, but we'll keep it like that. I'm gonna let it dry and then we'll come back and put it all back together. All right, gentlemen, and the new speakers are in the whip. Let's have a little test here. Get in your whips, your Mazda 3s, turn your sound on, and dead ass, you can only really hear like the bottom quarter, right? What these little guys do really well, I find, is they amplify a vocal and just add a surround sound. So like you just get hit with like voice. It's just real nice. Like I said, it's hard to explain like or give like an actual example of what it sounds like, but it's like, it sounds so good. In the future, I'm gonna change these out and I'll probably make a video of it, and I'm gonna make like a cover for them. Right now, they look horrible. It's ugly. They're 90s speakers, they're blue and they're chrome, but we're gonna get some new ones, some actual powerful ones, and this car is gonna sound crazy. Like a great sound system. Like it sounds so good in here right now. Like stock speakers, all 4 stock speakers, no sub, and then you got these biddies, and then you got a wish deck. Like I am so impressed with how this whole thing sounds right now. Why I suggest you guys, I think you should do it, to be honest. And with that being said, guys, that's the video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I think it was quite cool being able to do something like this. These don't sit nicely because I don't have a Dremel to sand it down. So it was quick and bunky, but it looks good. I hope you guys enjoyed. And like I said, if you guys want some more sound, it's actually really a lot easier than I thought it would. As long as you can melt something into the vent to get your wires through, and then get the right size. Like I said, this is a 3.5, weren't in the way, but unfortunately it's a little weird. You could even probably do a 3. I'd probably do a 3, to be honest. Just so, yeah, I'd do a 3. Maybe I'll do 3 next time. But other than that, if you guys enjoyed, make sure to hit the subscribe button, leave a like on the video, comment down below. Turn on post notifications if y'all want to. Next video is gonna be throttle body grounding to get some more power out of your Mazda 3. But for today, this is all I got for you. Other than that, gentlemen, keep it real. I'll see y'all in the next one.